Next, let us discuss about Lawrence Kohlberg. So Lawrence Kohlberg was an American psychologist. He was a follower of the Constructivist approach, and he is well known for his theory of stages of moral development. And to remember this theory, you can use this shortcut, that is SS, because usually students get confused on how many stages were there and how many levels are there in this theory. So you can say that there were 3 levels, and in each level there were 2 stages. So there were 6 stages in the theory of moral development. So SS. Kohlberg's moral development theory just tries to explain how children learn to take moral decisions, how the process of taking moral decisions evolves. What are moral decisions? Well, moral decisions are nothing but a situation where a person or a child has to decide between a right and a wrong. It can be very serious or it can be very trivial. Say if I am walking on a road and I see some money on the road. So should I pick it up or no? That is a moral decision. After I pick it up, should I just keep it in my pocket or should I hand it over to the police? That is also a moral decision. So in our daily life, we take a lot of moral decisions. So Kohlberg's stages of moral development theory just tries to explain how this process of taking moral decisions evolves over the period of a person's life. Kohlberg divides moral development into 3 levels. The first is pre-conventional, then conventional, and finally post-conventional. And because each of these levels have 2 stages, so there are 6 stages in total. In stage 1, children are taking moral decisions on the basis of avoiding punishment, because they know that if they do the wrong thing, then they will get punished by their parents or teachers. Therefore, they are just trying to avoid punishment when they are taking a moral decision. In stage 2, children are now expecting a reward. If they do the right thing, they are expecting that somebody will reward them. For example, if they clean up their room, then they are expecting that their parents might give them a reward, maybe a chocolate. Or if they help somebody, then they might be expecting an ice cream or some such reward. Therefore, expectation of a reward is driving the moral decisions in stage 2. In stage 3, children are now looking for others' approval. That is, if they do the right thing, they are expecting that they will be called a good boy or a good girl by others. And that is driving their moral decisions. In stage 4, they are just obeying the law and order. By now, they are old enough to understand that there are some laws and rules and regulations that they have to follow. So just because the law says something or the rules say something, they are just following the rules or the laws that they have to follow. So their moral decisions are based on the type of rules or laws or regulations that they have to follow. And next comes stage 5, where you are talking about social good and social contract. Because by now, the person has grown up and he or she has a lot of friends and is interacting with the society. So the person thinks that I will do something which is right because that is the way I expect others to do. So there is a social contract, because if I do something which is wrong and others also start doing the same thing, then the society will not be a right place. Therefore, I will do the right thing and I will expect others also to do the right thing. So that is stage 5. And stage 6 is where we are talking about the universal principles of ethics and moral principles. That is, at this stage, people are quite old and they are talking about things like pap and punya. So here, irrespective of what others might be doing, not doing, they want to do the right thing because they are following the universal principles of ethics and moral principles. Just like any other theory, even Kohlberg's theory of moral development has been criticized on various aspects. For example, his research methodology has been criticized because they say that during his research, the team used very artificial and hypothetical situations. That is, they were asking questions like, if you are in this kind of a situation, what will you do? If you are faced with this kind of a dilemma, what will you do? So these were very artificial and hypothetical situations which the people might or might not be able to relate to, and there is no way to verify whether the answer that they are giving is something that they would be actually doing in real life. Therefore, the research methodology has been questioned. Then there is a possible gender bias because all the participants who participated in Kohlberg's research group were male participants. So would female participants have answered the questions differently? So that might be a cause for gender bias. And in real life, people define what is right or wrong separately, depending on the situation. For example, a child knows that it is wrong to steal. But what if the child is very, very hungry? Then The child might justify that it is okay to steal only this time because I'm very, very hungry. So, what people define as right or wrong will depend on the particular situation and the context. And finally, moral judgment may not always match moral behavior. That is, when you are giving artificial and hypothetical dilemmas or situations to people, what will you do if you are in this kind of a situation? Then I might have a judgment that this is the right thing, that is the wrong thing. However, will I actually behave in the same way? That is the question. Therefore, these are all the aspects due to which Kohlberg's theory of moral development has been criticized.